Hello pretties, welcome to Rev. So today I have another Dupe video because there's another palette that's really tempting me, but I don't want to buy it because I know for a fact I have all of these colors, and that is the ColourPop palette Blooming with Color, I think it's called. I'll post the video, a picture of it so you guys can see what it looks like. But honestly, so beautiful. I'm so tempted to get it, but like I really shouldn't. So I'm trying my best to hold off. And in order to hold off, I am going to try and recreate it. And I have all of my ColourPop single shadows right here. As our palettes, and I have this right here, and I have my ColourPop single shadows right here. I own a lot of ColourPop single shadows. And I have my other single shadows out just in case I need it, so that we can try our best to recreate this palette. And it's a 12-pan palette, so I have a 12-pan empty palette from ColourPop right here, magnetic palette, and let's try to do this. All right, so it starts out with like a really soft pinky, like shimmery shade, and I have this shade right here, and it's from ColourPop. Good thing I have I like out of order, but this is from the Wild Nothing in Coastline, and I think that one does a pretty nice, it's pretty similar to that shade. So we're gonna just, so a quick little swatch is just like a shimmery clear shade, just to like highlight the brow bone, things like that. All right, then you move on to like an orange peachy shade, and I'm thinking I have something like a single shadow. Maybe this single shadow right here could be an option for that. But I want to see what else I've got. I think maybe Sweet Talk may have something. It does, but I don't know that it's the right undertones. Okay, not that one. Cute AF for sure should have. No, these ones are a little too corally. No. Okay, that's fine. That's what we're here looking for. Oh, perfect. Okay, so also from the Wild Nothings palette, the shade right here, Morningside, looks very similar. The undertones is slightly different, but I think this might just be it. So we have Morningside right here, and put that back in there. And now we tap. Oh my gosh, can't see. There you go. Yeah, it's just a soft orangey peachy shade. Sounds like I'm trying to cuss them out. Okay, so that's that. And now we move on to like a more neutral, warm shade. Oh, I know exactly what I'm pulling for this one. It's gonna be from the Cute AF palette, and it's my absolute favorite matte right here, which is Note to Self. I actually have a dip in this shade because I love it. I absolutely love this shade. And again, it's just like a neutral, warm brown. Doesn't really lead either way. It's not swatching great, but I know it works absolutely amazingly in the eyes. So there's that. All right, so far so good. Let's see what else we got. Okay, we have a green shade, and I think I'm gonna go from the one from. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with Seashells right here. Am I gonna go with Seashells? Hold on, where else will I have greens? I have greens in the At First Sight palette. There is Evergreen. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that to you. Okay, so we have Evergreen right here. There is Seashells from Wild Nothings. Let's see what else we got that is green. I think the So Jaded has some green shades in it. Okay, it's nothing from the So Jaded palette. These are very, yeah, no, this is not the right shades. Okay, not the right shades. That's okay. It doesn't have to be. I'm really leaning towards. Oh, it could be from my single shadows. Where's my single shadows? Okay. I think, no, this was a little too golden. Because I was thinking maybe This is Tea Garden, but I think Tea Garden might be a little too golden. Okay, I think my initial instinct was right. I need seashells. Now granted, I think seashells are a little more minty and that one's a little bit more olivey, but I think it's gonna get the job done. So we're gonna go with seashells right here. And it's, yeah, I think that's the right undertones. Okay, so far so good. And let me pull that shadow. But wait, best tool ever. This is on Amazon for like $5-6 if I can find it linked. If I can find it, I'll link it down below. Okay, but so far so good. Now let's go to the next shade. And it has like a dual chromey, like, oh, I know exactly what I'm pulling. We're gonna pull this shade right here from, this is called Melody, from the Sweet Talk palette. And it has like those peachy, pinky undertones. Bam. All right. And now I'm gonna swatch it. All right. Honestly, because I just filmed like a back-to-back video because I also did the pastel palette from Natasha Denona. I'm not gonna lie, guys, my arm hurts from just being up. Okay, and then it has like a deep, warm, peachy shade. I wonder if what is it called? ICYMI is too. Yeah, I don't think that's the right one. No. Okay, I think the shade from Yes Please palette. Is that one too orange? Sorry, I'm trying to look at the shade and I'm trying to find it, but I feel like, okay, I'm gonna go with the one from the Sweet Talk. It's not, the undertones is slightly off, but I think it's closer to what that is. And that is ICYMI. Yeah. Now that I'm looking at it, a lot of the shades are somewhat similar tones and undertones. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh god. I'm like breaking my little piece of paper. I'm trying to do it. Let me pull the shade. Alright. And the bright neon yellow, I know exactly what shade I'm pulling. Where's he at? Caution. We're just going for Caution. Oh, now that I'm looking at this palette, I could have gone for Culture for that mid-tone. But it's fine. Oh shit. The goal is to try not to get my white shirt dirty, and I think I just failed. Alright, so we're gonna go for Caution for that yellowy shade, and here we are. Yup, Caution. Just look at that pop of yellow. Alright. Then I think there's like a green, but it's like a soft metallic, almost yellowy shade, and I'm thinking of this Wild Nothings shade. I do have it in a different, and it's in this, I think it's called, I don't know how to pronounce that, Salton, but it's this shade right here, and it's one of those like Super Shock shadow shades, and it has like some green undertones, but it's a little yellowy, and I think that just has the right, yeah, I think that's the right call right there for that shade. All right, then we have, is that a matte? I can't tell if it's a matte or a metallic, or is it like one of those sequin shades? I think it might be a sequin shade, but I'm gonna go metallic for this one. It's their Nice Stems shadow, and I'm gonna grab Drill from the Caution palette because I think it has, again, that similar undertones. It's very much so just like a bronzy shade. I did think the one from Drill from the Proceed with Caution palette's a little darker, but it got the job done. It got the job done. Okay. Then we have a deep brown, deep chocolatey brown. I think I'm gonna go with West Side right here. from the, what's it called? Sweet Talk palette. Bam. All right. Let me pull the shade out. Ooh, a lot of kick up. That's okay. That's okay. And then we have this like metallic-y black shade, and I'm gonna go with Hazard. Now, Hazard is, for whatever reason, magnetic. I know that sounds silly when I say it, but I promise y'all this shade is magnetic. I don't know why I'm having a hard time pulling it. I know how I can get it with the magnet, but it's just, it's gonna pick up the actual like palette, like shade. Oh no. All right, I'm gonna pause, be back, get it out, and I'll be back. Okay, that was unnecessarily hard, but I did it. I pulled it out. And we're gonna swatch it. This is honestly my absolute favorite shade from the palette. And I have nothing, and I mean nothing like it. I have something that's somewhat similar, but it's not really like it at all. I will say the undertones are slightly different. From what I can tell in the palette, those are slightly cooler undertones. Like, it doesn't look as bronzy, whereas this one definitely has a bit of a bronzy undertones. But I think, honestly, it nailed it. So there's that. And then you have like a olive, cool toned, like green, black, gray shade. I am in between two shades because I want to keep it in the ColourPop family. So if I keep it in the ColourPop family, I should probably go with Stoned, which is a cool brown. However, it does not have those olive undertones. I know, again, if I want to keep it in the ColourPop family, I could go with the At First Sight palette, and I can pull the shade Fiddlehead, but this Fiddlehead's completely off. Like, that's not it at all. But if I want to nail it, I should have taken this palette out from earlier. Ooh, sorry. Those were the wrong angles to show, but that's okay. I think the shade right here in Zeal, it has like those olive brown cool undertones of the palette. But granted, this is a $65 palette versus this one's less than $20. So just to keep it in the family, I'm gonna go with the Stoned. Oh shit, sorry. Move the camera again. I'm gonna go with the Stoned shade. Even though, like I said, that Natasha Denona would have been a lot closer to what the actual shade is. I also haven't seen it swatched, so like, don't quote me on that. But bam. Okay, that did not swatch at all. And I've used this shade. I know it works properly, but it does not swatch well. Okay, well, we're gonna have to keep swatching until we get there. All right, there we go. So, and that's my palette. Okay, now that I'm like looking at it as a whole, and I took my time to swatch it, I am happy that I was able to, for the most part, recreate all of the shadows within my ColourPop family. I didn't really have to pull out from other palettes at all. And I think I got a pretty damn close match. I think the hardest shades to dupe per se would have been the last two shades, which is the like metallic black shade, which is Shasta. Again, that has more like a silver reflex, while this one right here is more like a bronzy reflex, but I think it gets the essence of it. And then the hardest one would also be Spun. And it's the main reason why I think Spun is hard is because I can't, from the picture, it looks like it might have some olive undertones, but I haven't seen swatches to be able to tell that for sure. And like, I'm looking at the picture and I just can't tell. I wonder if they have it swatched in their story. So that's what I'm looking right now. It definitely feels like it's either a cool tone brown or it has some olive undertones, and I can't tell. Another shade that could have been a good match would have been this shade right here from Makeup Geek, but again, I just feel like that doesn't have the right feel because I really wanted to keep it within ColourPop. But anyway, this is my color story. This is my palette. I'm gonna pull it out. bam. I think I got pretty damn close. Like, I'm just like looking at it. I'm looking at their palette. Let's see if I can find a better picture. I mean, I feel like I got pretty close. Like, honestly. And let me turn it around because that's the way it is. And then tilt it, just like they did it. I think I got close. I think I got pretty damn close. I think I definitely got the essence of it. I think I might have gone a little darker with this shade than they did here. But the colors are there. I have it. Honestly, that pop of yellow is what's making it stand out. And I think them having a white background versus my black dark background is making a big difference as well. But I think I got pretty damn close. I think I like it. Tell me what you think. Do you think I got close? Please don't forget to like or subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I am going to post this on my Instagram. I did create a new Instagram just so I can show you guys more pans and like when I dupe things and whatnot. But this is my palette. I'm pretty happy with it. I actually think I'm going to keep it just for a couple of days, just like that, and see if I can grow some inspiration, and I'll eventually put it back. But I really liked it. I'm like, I did a goddamn good job. All right, that's it for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm gonna stop rambling, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.